This is the 2011-2017 Honda Odyssey. Before we get started, let me give a quick shout out to Mia Max Automotive for letting us use the car. They're a used car dealer here in Toronto. Check out the link in description for their entire inventory. Now let's go ahead and get started. Open the driver's side door. Right there by the driver's left side foot, that's the primary hood release lever. Pull it. Now in front of the vehicle, right on top of the Honda emblem there, one of the arms for the H like that. That's a secondary hood release lever. Push it right with one finger. When it's pushed right, raise the hood. Once the hood is raised, this requires a prop rod to stay in place. Get the prop rod out of place, put it in the hood in the slot with the arrow marking it, just like that. The hood's gonna come down a little bit and now it's secured in place. That's good. First we need to open up that one on the passenger side. There's two clips, press them and the cover should just come right out. Now underneath the cover are the spare fuses which will come handy in just a minute. Also that's where the fuse puller is. Grab the fuse puller, pull it out. See how it works? It goes on the fuse, then you squish it and then you pull the fuse out. Now there are three sockets, two in the front over there by the gear shifter and one inside the cargo area when you lift up the lift gate on the left side. Yep, that's the one. Open the passenger side door, right by the passenger's right side foot would go there. That's the fuse cover. Press it, pull the cover off, and that's the fuse box right there. Behind the cover you'll find the fuse diagram. We are interested in sockets 27, 14 and 15, the three sockets. What we'll be doing is we'll be using a fuse puller and pulling the fuses. The moment I pull the fuse, the power is going to be gone, and that's how we can verify that it is the correct fuse for the correct outlet. So put the fuse puller on the fuse, squish it over there and pull it out. See, the power is gone now. Now in this case, the middle part of the fuse is good. That metal part, it's connected. The fuse is good. In your case, if your fuse is bad, the metal part is going to be broken. Get that main fuse box cover. Get the 15 amp fuse out. Again, always replace the 15 amp with the 15 amp. Do not replace it with 10 or 20. Always replace the 15 amp with the 15 amp only. Put the fuse back on, the power is back on. We'll repeat that process now for the other two outlets. Let's go ahead and do it for this one. You may have to pull that plastic trim piece back to be able to get the fuse puller in there. It's kind of a tight spot. But same process, get the fuse out. If yours is broken, that's good because that's the problem right there. We just have to swap the fuses. Same process, get the spare fuse and put it back in. Now, just to keep in mind, there's only one spare fuse, so you can't really fix all three of them at the same time. You can only really fix one outlet. But there's one spare fuse, at least that way you have one working outlet to power your phone or whatever else that you need the outlet for. Put the fuse back in and the power is going to come right back on. And now we'll be repeating it for the last one. It's all about pulling the fuses, checking the fuse condition. If it's bad, replacing it with the correct fuse, and that's what the whole process is. Now it's likely that it went bad in the first place because you tried powering something way too powerful, something about the 120 watts limit of the outlet, something like a tea kettle or something. So don't do that again because that's likely was what caused the fuse to blow in the first place. So replace the fuses, and as you can see, as I'm pulling the fuses, putting the fuses back in, the power is coming on and off. Once you're done, don't forget to put the cover back on, put the fuse puller back on, and then put the cover back on. See how easy the whole process was? It only took us about 2 minutes, and hopefully you found the video useful. In order to close the hood, push on the hood, get the prop rod out of the slot like that, put it back in its place, lower the hood, and then slam it shut.